Hi, everyone out there in the world of YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, stopping by, and checking out my channel. My name is Jacqueline Anderson. Of course, everybody calls me Jackie, and this is another edition of the JCLPAA in-depth series, meaning I'm not interviewing anyone on this video. It is just myself, Jacqueline, giving you my thoughts on something accounting related in some way, somehow, some form, or fashion. So, I forgot to mention my trusted advisors in a recent upload, which I have started to resume and get back to doing. But I will say life has been lifing. Had other things to do, and YouTube was a low priority. But I'm trying to make time for it, and it is kind of chilly. So I am covering up. But anyway, so my trusted advisors have always told me, my advisors are my niece and nephew, that I need to encourage people, ask people to like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel. So I'm sure it will grow as it needs to grow in its own time and at the right time. But for those of you who are tuning in, thanks for checking out the video. So like it, give some comments. So this one, I am asking for some comments. Share your thoughts on some of the issues and topics that I plan to bring up in this edition of the JCLPAA in-depth series. So I will start back or pick up where I left off on my EA video and talking through that journey. I failed to mention some of the challenges that I spoke of or briefly mentioned, and those were when I first ordered the test prep materials, the study guides, and everything. And I say we, my family had a death that was out of town, and we were required to make the final arrangements and handle the estate. So that took a lot of time over the past year, handling the affairs and trying to settle the estate, being out of state and traveling back and forth. But right when I had made a decision to study for the EA exam and order the testing materials, that was around the time that the death occurred. So I had to go out of town. And while I was out of town, my materials arrived and they were just sitting at my doorstep for about a week until I was back. So of course that derailed my plans for the summer because I ordered them or the materials in June of 2022. And my intent was to get started and maybe knock out all three parts by the end of December, before tax season started for January 2023. But that did not happen because I had other priorities and other things on my plate at that point, trying to plan a funeral, handle the estate, and traveling back and forth out of state. And still doing so to some extent now. So, but over the past year, that had my attention. And when things did settle down, so I thought in October, which would have been about 3 months after my initial decision to get started, I felt, okay, I'm ready to schedule the exam, at least the first part, dive back into it. Sure enough, as soon as I paid for the test, I got a call for something else that required my attention or that would need to be a high priority and interfere with my study time or the amount of free time I thought I would have. Granted, it was a money-making opportunity, so I'm not complaining, but I just wanted to share that things do pop up, and I'm not immune from that too, but I had to prioritize and make a decision on what was important and figure out how would I manage the 24 hours in the day that we all have in order to reach my goal and juggle so many other activities and things going on in my life. So, which we all have to do. And of course, if you're here, you're probably interested in becoming a CPA or you're on that journey. So I am here with you and I've been through it. So I just wanted to share that regarding my EA journey, because I had some challenges or some issues pop up along the way, which is part of the reason it took me over a year to actually pass or start studying and then eventually pass, because I passed the first exam in January and I got through in November, but it was a year-long process. Me walking around with that thick book trying to fit in some time at some point to study as much as I could. So I wanted to share that since I left that out of the video. So I'll pick up to it. What else been going on? So if the JCPLAA in-depth series has story time, that's what this would be. So my thoughts on how are you handling things that pop up out of the blue and throw you off your routine or your regular schedule, especially if you're on a journey or a mission in school or studying for some particular exam. Because I do know it can be overwhelming, it can be discouraging and frustrating because all you want to do is get to the finish line. So be encouraged and know there is a light at the end of the tunnel and a reward. Now, what else has been going? As you can see, I cut my hair, chopped it all off, and recently bleached it. I can't say dyed. I'm going for platinum white, but I'm still in this rassy, yellowish blonde phase. But eventually it'll get there. Sometimes or some days when the light hits it, it kind of looks like. But I'm saying, bringing that up to say, I needed a reboot, a refresh, a reset. I needed to recalibrate my life. About a month ago, I made a decision to cut all my hair off again. And this is nothing new. Anybody who's known me at all throughout my life, my hair, I would say I'm talking about it in third person. My hair, myself, we've had a contentious relationship. We butted heads all of my life, probably since I can remember early elementary school. I've had some challenges with managing my hair, and I am very tender-headed, so I hate to comb my hair, so that's a problem too. That being said, I have no problem whacking it off and starting over because it is so liberating and just frees up so much time when you are getting ready for work or getting ready to do anything and you have to factor in time to style your hair. When you chop it off this low, oh my goodness, you don't have anything to do. But it was lower than this. I actually shaved it bald this time around. But like I was saying, this is not the first time I've cut my hair. And then this isn't the first time that I've colored it or bleached it. I've had some these days or phases in the past too. But anyway, this time around, I am going for pretty much almost white. So it'll get there. But I'm saying that to say, I had some things I needed to do with my hair was causing me some issues. Just because I don't know if I recorded a video during this time, but it was some asymmetrical cut that I had come up with. So in order to grow it out or get out of that, I just decided to cut it off. And that came with a relief because again, it freed up some time when I was getting ready and I had to think about doing my hair. And that has been a factor and plagued me because I also work out pretty regular. And working out and sweating, that just doesn't mix with trying to maintain my hair either because it is very dry or can be very dry from the sweat. So that bothered me, or that was an issue I had to deal with on days when I work out. And I work out some days back to back, because one, I enjoy it, and it also helps me maintain stress. There's so many benefits to working out. So without having to worry about my hair, I can work out when I feel like it, as many times as I want. And now I have to rearrange my day or prioritize my day around when am I going to work out? When am I going to style my hair? What am I going to do to my hair to keep the style? So by resetting, it was one, a relief just in my daily routine, but then spiritually and mentally, it just seemed to relieve some weight that I didn't realize was there, but evidently it was. So I'm taking this time to recalibrate and play with the color of my hair as I go through maybe this midlife crisis. People around me, so I'm like, what's going on with you? As you can see, I pierced my ear or re-pierced. I had some of these pierced years ago, but they closed up. I was like, hey, let me go back to those days and try to change up my appearance. So I don't know if it's an early midlife crisis or not, but hey, I'm not too concerned with what people think. I'm just doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. And also, what have I been doing? I've been reading a lot. I made a commitment that I was going to read all these freaking books I've accumulated over the years. I just don't know where the time has gone. So I want to share some of that with you too, because that has helped me in this period of trying to reset and I said recalibrate, this reboot. I'm finding myself part of this early mid-life crisis that some have said I'm going through. I don't know if I am or not, but I just know I am becoming more comfortable with who I am and where I am in life. And thank the Lord for that, because he has been blessing and my cup runneth over. So I am not complaining at all. And I hope everybody else is blessed and your cup is running over, or you're in the season of abundance and you feel joyful, happy, and not stressed. So I wanted to share some of those books. I was gonna say, I've had this book, The Price of a Good Man by Deborah Phillips. I picked this book up probably pre-pandemic. I've had this book for years. Just not finished reading it. And I will say I decided to start reading while I was spinning on my bike, because it does have a stand on it that's pretty sturdy. And I thought to myself, while I'm here exercising for an hour, I'm going to start reading my book versus watching random meaningless YouTube videos or scrolling, reading about something that probably doesn't do me or won't benefit me, won't do me any good or benefit me. So I made a commitment to read a ton of books. So this is one of them, which, what are your thoughts on? I know a lot of people talk about how value men, how value women, but this book was called The High Price of a Good Man. It was interesting, but it just I got out of it. Sometimes women just want a piece of a man. Tell me why. Is that settling? Is that something subconscious? Is that a generational curse? Is there something we can unpack together? I don't understand, because I see more women than I see men who are in situations where we are supporting a whole household, but there's a man around, but the woman is carrying the bulk of the load. And I don't understand. And I'm not saying that necessarily the man should, but it seems like, in my opinion, a man should carry the bulk of it, or at least the same amount. But there's no way a woman should be carrying the bulk of a household, the majority, primarily handling all aspects of a household, and the man is there. That I don't understand. Aside from health issues, for something that would keep the person from doing it, if all things were equal and in place, this person would. So we're gonna put that aside. If everything else is fine, why isn't this man at least carrying the same amount of weight? I don't understand that. I'm not even trying to understand it. I just thought it just bothers me to no end that I see a lot of women doing this, and then also having to be the safety net for the immediate family and extended family. And I just think that is so unfair, and I don't know what to do about it besides supporting women and encouraging us to keep holding the community together, keep holding family together, do your thing. I applaud you, but I don't think settling or accepting a man that is not doing at least what you're doing is benefiting anybody. So that's what I got to say on that. All right, other books I've been reading, I've come from fellow CPAs. There's so many CPAs who have written books. I guess I need to write one too eventually. But this one is Monopoly in a sense, play on words from Monopoly. But this is from author by Moyo Oloyinko. And she was featured on my YouTube channel. She is a fellow CPA. I think she was a unique interview because she was not necessarily an aspiring CPA, but yet she wasn't licensed. She was in between period of having passed all the exams, but not officially licensed at the time we actually interviewed. So at this point, she is a licensed CPA. So she's written a book. Another fellow CPA, hope to have him on my channel. I will say I did interview him and his son. They have a unique story because this is a father and son duo, but the father actually authored this book, Living Healthy, Eric Bell. He's a CPA. But when I interviewed them, I had some technical difficulties, so I could not upload that video. So I hope to interview them or re-interview them one day and actually get their story documented for the YouTube channel. But I will say his book talked about, of course, finances, and it includes 6 simple strategies to achieve a healthy life, physically, spiritually, and financially. So he sprinkled in the word of God, biblical stories and scriptures to accompany his strategies, practical living. And of course, Moyo's book was about budgeting and more so along the lines of financial literacy. So I thought I read their books, but the two here lately that have changed my life and perspective about life, especially with what's going on around the world and even here in the United States. So this book is called Prophetic Forecast by Joshua Giles. He is a prophet, preacher, evangelist. God is really awesome. He's documented some of his prophecies, and this book was published, I think, pre-pandemic as well. And a lot of the things have come to pass since the pandemic or during the pandemic while we were dealing with COVID. And it was reassuring as a believer, child of God, that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord as they are called according to his purpose. So there's nothing to be afraid of, even while it seems the world is crumbling around us, where it seems like we're living in the last days, according to a lot of the verses in Revelation, in the book of Revelations. But that book reassured me and helped me to not be so anxious, nervous, or just fearful of the times that we're living in or what's to come. It really calmed my fears and helped me to understand that as a child of God, that I am protected no matter what is going on. And God knows all, sees all, and some things will just have to come to pass. But being a Christian, I can be reassured that God's hedge of protection is around me and all of us who believe in him and pray for one another. So that's helped me tremendously. And another book, I'm almost finished. As you can see, I just have a tad bit left. That's what I should say. I got this from my cousin. She left it here pre-pandemic. And look, I finally get into it. It is called Life on Earth, Understanding Who We Are, How We Got Here, and What May Lie Ahead by Mike Dooley. This guy is phenomenal. He's written several books, but it's been eye-opening and learning or trying to get some understanding of who I am here in the natural realm, but also as a spiritual being, a human being. And some have said it as a spiritual being, having a human experience versus being a human being having a spiritual experience. So, wrap your brain around that. Let that soak in and process that. This guy has been answering a lot of questions or laying out different ways to either understand or comprehend this experience called life, and how we are co-creators of our thoughts becoming things, and how we can manifest the life that we want. And it's possible that we live many lifetimes. And this lifetime that you're currently in is truly a gift. And why not experience all it has to offer each and every day? Get up with a spirit of or an attitude of gratefulness, positivity, expectation, and embracing what life throws at you. Of course, there will be some setbacks, but get to a point in your life where you can analyze the situation and accept it for what it is, because it is an opportunity to grow, learn, and be better if you view it as a setback. When really it could be, depending on your perspective, is a step in the right direction, a blessing, something that needed to happen to propel you forward for something even greater or better. Again, it's just your viewpoint and how you are looking at the situation. Because we do all go through seasons, ups and downs, good and bad. But this book has been so revealing and helpful to understand where I am and what it means to live on purpose and love who you are, love God, love those around me, love people I know, don't know, and appreciate and embrace this, again, this experience called life. And when you get to that point, you're not easily knocked off your square, so to speak. You're not easily distracted by things that don't seem relevant or matter to you. And that is okay what that looks like for you, because you are an individual who was purposed for that moment, this moment. It's also helped to see beyond what you actually see, to use your third eye and understand that there is a spiritual realm operating around you, for you, to you, if you tap into it. So this book has been life-changing. I'm not done with it, but I just wanted to mention it because it has helped me in so many ways, especially after reading the other book about prophecy and being able to basically chart my own path and live the life that I want, that I envision for myself. And I want that for you or anybody else that I come into contact with, because my whole mindset has shifted. My mindset is totally different in my attitude as I approach different parts of my life, especially my career and where I'm currently working and what I'm doing. But I can see the universe and God opening doors, making a way, and I'm open to it. I am not necessarily confined to one way. However it unfolds, it unfolds. I'm okay with it. I'm looking forward to it, to tell you the truth. So since I've completed the EA journey, now I'm thinking about what's next. In what other way do I want to be challenged academically? Do I want to pursue a PhD? Do I want to go to seminary? Do I want to be a tax attorney? Do I want to go to law school? So those are 3 avenues I'm contemplating, because of course, being a CPA and EA, I can operate on the level of an attorney. So what's the point? I don't know, but I think it'd be pretty cool to have a JD, a CPA and an EA that specializes in tax. Now, sure, that's a bad mamma jamma right there. That may be in the cards for me. Who knows? But I just wanted to come on here, record my thoughts, and put them out there in cyberspace and on YouTube and share with others, because who knows what you may be going through, what you're thinking. And you know that there are other people who are out here who may be in your same boat, but I'm sending positive vibes, best wishes, great wishes, positivity, abundance, love, joy, happiness, peace to you wherever you are around the world or in your whatever stage of your career, your age, and what you may be doing at this moment. So for me, I'm recording this video on Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. Not sure when it will be uploaded, but who knows what will have occurred in any of our lives by the time it's uploaded or by the time you actually come across this video now or later. but it will be there for somebody to see and hopefully be encouraged and know that all things work together for good to them who love the Lord as you are called according to his purpose. So get in his purpose, in his will, know what your purpose is, or seek it if you don't know. Be intentional about it so you can live on purpose and have the life that you envision and want for you and those around you. And so you can be joyful, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I don't have time to go to sleep. I have so much to do. I'm just so excited about what's going on. And I'm thankful for that, I'm grateful for that. Praise the Lord. That although I may be experiencing some frustration, some disappointment, when it's all said and done each day, I'm thankful for the experience. I'm thankful for the ability to get up and go and give it my best shot and anticipate another day to do it all over again. So I encourage you, especially if you're on the CPA journey, remember, or look at my videos. If I did it, you can do it. You can do it. Just if you need to reboot, reset, recalibrate, do that so you can take a step back and analyze the situation and see what's within your control, then map out a game plan. Strategize and figure out what it is you need to do to accomplish your goal of becoming a CPA, or whatever it is, or wherever you are in your life, becoming debt free, losing weight, whatever it is. You probably need some discipline. So maybe consider fasting. But that's something else I did in October, the beginning of October. I don't have it here. I would have brought it to put on camera. I went on a fast with Dr. Bobby Price. He's all over YouTube, especially since the pandemic. He's blown up and becoming more known or well known for his natural remedies and his perspective on the pharmaceutical industry, because I believe he's a pharmacist. He's given his take about different medications or alternatives, and he has a farm, and he has a detox or tea herbs that he's put together and offered. So I went on that for a 3-week detox. Ooh, it was worth it. So you should consider it is paired with a tummy detox as well. And this one was more so just a cleanse, just overall. So I just wanted to detox my body, my bloodstream, just overall, because I do fast twice a year, but I wanted to try something new, something different again, as I was going into this period of resetting and rebooting back in October, just to finish the year strong and give me a fresh perspective. And I also reset my body so I can lose a few pounds. I mean, I eat pretty healthy, but didn't realize I was eating so much sugar, even natural sugar, that's hindered my weight loss. I consider myself pretty healthy, but those freaking bananas got so much sugar in it, and I was eating probably 2 or 3 sometimes a day. So that was stalling my ability to lose anyway, especially as much as I exercise. But I will say, I don't exercise to lose weight per se, maybe to maintain, but I found it offers so many other benefits that I will share with you that I'll probably share in other videos. But I call them the S's. So of course, it's silent. Nobody wants to work out with me, so I work out by myself, which is good. All alone, silent. So there's nobody there talking or interrupting. I can just zone out. So, and with the silence comes the solitude. So I'm by myself. And I can also commune with God, either pray or meditate and hear from God versus me doing the communicating. I can meditate and hear what he has to say, or get and let my brain wander and come up with ideas, or get a revelation about something that may have been on my mind. So with that, there's the sanctification, and it's peaceful. So that's the solace. So of course, it also helps me maintain my stress. That goes without saying, by working out and releasing endorphins. So people should try it. Exercise has multitude of benefits. So I don't know what else I can ramble about while I'm wrapped up here, but I didn't have a background up, a virtual background, because I wanted you to be able to see me in my full glory, my new haircut as it grows out. So it's like, at least this video will document where I am in my hair journey. I don't know if I will keep it low or how long I will let it get, but I'm sure it will be on the short side for a while, unless for some reason I feel a change and want to grow it out. But it should be lighter and brighter as the days and weeks and months go by. Probably, I will say, a couple of months. No, I think I told myself 3 months before I bleach it again, because I put a lot of bleach to turn it just this much. So it felt like I should hold off before it just falls out, which I wouldn't cry. It'll grow back. So anyway, leave your thoughts and comments about anything I've rambled about. And again, from my trusted advisor, my niece and my nephew, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think of the video. I do have an interview coming up, but I have to make time to edit it so I can get it uploaded for you and hopefully run down some of my peers who are so busy as well and get them to share their CPA journey and where they are in their career. So I am trying to get back on track, but just know to have a regular life too, and recording videos, editing videos, that takes a lot of time. But I'm sure those videos will inspire and help someone who's on that CPA journey, and these JCLPAA in-depth series. Also, my perspective may be encouraging to somebody who may stumble across it. So until next time, remember who you are and whose you are, and there's no time like the present.